It played at last year's Mill Valley Film Festival and is now in limited release around the country, which means an even wider audience is learning about a 3-year-long alternate reality game played out on the streets of San Francisco in the documentary The Institute. Take a look at the trailer to see what we're talking about.
There was moments where, the ordinary world was transformed into something different, something full of potential and full of mystery.
And everything outside seems better, like the colors are brighter or the world looks like a different place, and I wanted to keep feeling that way.
You may suddenly begin to notice small things around you you had never before noticed, until your entire universe is transformed forever.
A lot to digest there. So how much is fact and how much is fiction? Here to hopefully set us straight on that and talk more about the Bay Area's film industry is filmmaker Spencer McCall. Welcome, Spencer.
Thank you very much for having me.
Let's start with The Institute. I watched as much as I could online, read a bunch of reviews. I'm still a little confused, so how do you explain it to people?
Sure. I think the film has a lot of revelations in it, so it has a lot of reveals and hidden identities, and so the way that I like to describe it is in 1988 there was this girl named Ava, and she went missing around Coit Tower. And
true or false? Fact, fiction?
True. Everything I'm saying is totally true.
Okay, keep going.
And 20 years later, these mysterious flyers started appearing all around San Francisco, and about this girl who went missing. And when people kind of followed through with them, called the phone numbers or went to the address it was saying to go to.
And it was a downtown skyscraper?
Yeah, it was 580 California. They went down this rabbit hole of just insanity. And so the film kind of documents their bizarre three-year-long participation in this event.
All right. So let's back up. How did you get involved in this?
Sure. Well, around 2008, I kept hearing these whispers about this thing, you have to go to the Jejune Institute, you have to go to 580 California. And I said, well, why? What is there? And nobody would ever tell me. Nobody would say, oh, well, it's this or that. They just said, you have to go, it won't cost you anything. And so I went, and it was the creepiest thing I'd ever been a part of. It was like being inducted into a Scientology cult or something.
Was there a person there?
There was nobody there. It was entirely automated. So you'd go inside, you'd go to the 16th floor, you'd go in this little room after being given a key, and this room would come alive with automated voices, and a TV would start playing, and it would give you this history about this guy.
And the film covers all this. So if this sounds confusing still to viewers, they should watch the movie, and they'll not obviously be inducted, so to speak, like you, but they'll get a sense.
They'll get a sense of what happened between 2008 and 2011 at 580 California.
And obviously this is based in San Francisco, but what about the Bay Area makes filmmaking here so much fun for you?
Well, I guess it's the weirdos a little bit. There's just so many beautiful, eccentric people in the Bay, and a lot of them got mixed up in this kind of bizarre, eccentric, esoteric thing.
Okay.
But besides the people who got involved that I got to speak with, there's just a lot of wonderful civic anomalies in this city, from the wave organ to the Bernal slides.
There's a lot of inspiration.
There is.
And we thank you so much for covering it. We're going to tell people where they can see the Institute.
Sure.
Thank you, Spencer.
Yeah, no problem.
Follow along with the film at www.theinstitutemovie.com.